Squatter turned into human burrito? The real estate... Are we really gonna watch another one of these? Honestly, I kind of want to. I kind of want to watch it. This is a good title. I feel like, yeah. All right, let's see. Here we go.
The real estate property manager calls the police after someone breaks into a home he's selling and is still inside the property claiming squatters' rights. What officers don't know is the burglar inside is the worst Karen we've ever seen.
What a joke. That's not our door handle. They took it off.
69189. I can hear dogs. Somebody's coming to the door. You look.
Can you look up? What a cheek. It's astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He looked out the window and then walked away from the door.
I think it's the only way to get the lockbox off if you don't know the code is to take the door handle off and throw it away.
Yep.
They came prepared. That's our standard key. That key does all of our properties throughout the U.S.
Hi there.
Hello.
Why are you on my property?
Come on out.
No, do not touch
You
me.
need to come outside right
No,
now.
I do not. I know my laws. Sir, get off of my
Come on
property.
outside.
You need to come out. Look at that poor little Pomeranian. That cute little snowball is dealing with this animal that won't fucking give it a house. Like, you're literally having this tiny little fucking dog. You're dragging it around my property. Oh my god. Look at him.
I returned adverse property. Adverse possession with time.
And you need to come out and talk to me because
Okay, I will talk to you like that. Respect my space. You do not have any right to come and grab me.
Uh-oh.
Did I touch you?
You were trying to grab me.
Yeah, because
when I
you're
have
here.
my paperwork.
Then
Sir,
come outside.
this is a civil matter now because I filed adverse possession, sir. With the state of Florida. I have
Oh no. This is in Florida? Let me guess. This isn't gonna end the way she thinks it will.
Sir, get out of my house.
Adverse possession is a law that allows a trespasser to legally acquire the title to another person's property that is abandoned or not maintained.
Yeah,
However,
this is something that they invented in like the Wild West when cowboys would get killed while they were achieving manifest destiny, and so somebody else could live in their shack. Like, this is literally, like, it's a literal fucking, like, frontiersman law that people are trying to use now in a Florida suburb.
a person can only claim this after uninterrupted possession of the house for 7 years and cannot be done in secret.
I paid $4K down to get this.
Then come outside and discuss that with us.
I will discuss it. You don't have no right to grab me, sir, when I have my paperwork. You are listening to one side of a story. You did not hear me. I am an American citizen. You have no right to step in my house. There is not one way to purchase a home.
You're going to come outside.
Get out of my house.
Remove you from the house.
You cannot remove me from my house with my paperwork, sir.
Can we see the paperwork you have?
State of Florida.
Fucking idiot.
Adverse possession, actually. Me and my husband had to file this.
What a fucking
You need to come outside.
Okay, well, you need to know your laws because you seem very uneducated about adverse possession.
As I said, guys, I really understand why they did the Salem witch trials. I really do. I can see where they were coming from.
I know what I'm doing.
I do.
I'll tell you what, the people who know what they're doing and know that they're doing illegally don't react the way that you do. They don't
You
speak the way that
almost
you do.
grabbed me. I said, give me a minute so that I can put my dogs away, and you grabbed me.
You tried to come running out the back of the house to run.
Pomeranians are expensive, too. Shit's expensive, especially on the white ones.
You could have gone out the front door. You didn't know I was back
The
here.
front, I saw you from there. See the assumption, sir? One of them came and tried to break in.
That
and
was an
messed up.
agent trying to show the property that is vacant and is not yours. What are you talking about?
First of all, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's
I got
not.
all the paperwork.
Real
The
estate
offers
an
are-
attempt to establish adverse possession with title. How long has the home been sitting there abandoned? I have every right to actually
It's not
sit.
abandoned.
Yes,
No, it's not. It's listed
you
in the
know adverse
MLS.
possession.
It's
Man.
listed in the MLS. It's listed in the MLS.
Grab me out here.
Grabbing you? You need to get out?
No, we filed adverse possession on the home already. Thank you. You could be on MLS all it wants to be. Adverse possession is still a law, sweetheart. Thank you. Milo, come inside. Come inside, Milo.
Get the dog. Arrest the dog. Those poor little palms.
I just did.
You'll be out, don't worry.
I don't care.
Yeah, you will.
I paid already.
You'll be out.
You'll be out. You'll be out. I'll be back in 30 days with the sheriff, and you'll be out.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll be out. Smarty pants.
What's adverse?
What you doing?
The guy's like, what the fuck is
You
this?
go.
What's adverse?
He's trying to say it's abandoned. It's not abandoned.
Yeah, this is like you're using an ancient magic law.
There's a sheet in there where the contractors come and clean it every week. It's not abandoned. It's listed. It's been listed for a year.
Yeah.
We have showings all the time. It's not abandoned. It's not an abandoned property. So she's lying. She doesn't know what she's talking about. There's a certificate of title.
And he's showing us the certificate of the title right now.
Select Portfolio Servicing.
This is his company.
There's my listing agreement from Select Portfolio Servicing. This is how old the file
Oh,
is.
you're breaking up
It's
again.
never been abandoned since
Yep.
we foreclosed on it. My phone number was on the window. She's taken that down.
The realtor said his phone number was even on the window.
So wait a minute. So he was trying to sell the house, but he can't sell the house because not only is she living in it, but she took down the sign that the house was for sale. And then she's saying that, oh, well, nobody's buying the house. Yeah, bitch, because you took down the sign. Oh, my God. How do you folks deal with so much bullshit? Oh, I mean, this is Florida, okay? Like, if you really think that they're going to put up with this, you're in for a pleasant
It's in
surprise.
the window. We don't see it now. I got pictures of it there last week.
Okay.
There's my sign last week. And
Yeah.
there you can see the lockbox and our brass door handle. Gone.
Yeah.
With all the paperwork and photo evidence the property manager has, officers determine
He
he's
was ready.
correct, and the Karen has no authority to claim adverse possession on the residence. Now they just need to figure out how to get her out of the house.
I know how.
Brad, what she's doing is squatting. They changed the locks to the locks. That's that. So we have authority. If you want to break the door down, we can go in and remove her forcefully.
Please do that. Please, please, please do that.
We can arrest her with trespassing and theft for stealing
Yes.
the locks. That's entirely up to how far you want to go with this.
Yeah.
Would you rather do it the safer way with minimal risk of damaging the property?
Nope.
Doing, like you said, doing the 30 days of the sheriff's office? Or are you wanting her removed immediately now?
Now,
Because
now,
that's the
please
case.
say now.
If she doesn't let us back in, if she doesn't come and agree to open the
Please.
door, which she may not do,
Please say
she's
now.
probably in the wrong.
Please
You
say
will have
now.
to be responsible for breaking the door down and paying for the damages.
Well, it's our property anyway. We own it. Whatever damage is there is there. What are they going to do in the month they're there and the money they're going to?
Absolutely, he's right. He's totally right about this. Yes, it's cheaper to break down the door now than to pay to have her in there for a month. Absolutely.
Cost us by not being able to market.
Yep, there it
Can't
is.
answer that.
No, exactly. So you don't think she's going to come to the door anyway?
I mean, we can try again, and I would have German go up there because she doesn't like me clearly, so she might be willing to come back
It's
to the door
smart.
once he goes up to
Yeah.
her. What do you think?
Try it.
Let's try that.
Can we see that paperwork again, please? Can we go to the back? Can you just meet me in the back door? Because I need you to show me that paperwork again.
I just need to look at the paperwork. See, this police officer is very intelligent. All you need to do is tell it what it needs to hear, and then it will do what you want. Tell it, there's ice cream. Come out, oh, now you're arrested. There was no ice cream. That's it.
She said she's coming out?
Nah, she says, stay right there. She's going to show me through the window, I guess. He's the one that's going to need to breach this door.
Can he give us permission to kick it in, or does he have to be the one to actually do it?
You're going to make a 70-year-old man risk his old limbs to be kicking the door.
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know what the legal requirements are here. He's a senior officer. He's a master police officer, so he knows this stuff more than I do.
Master
Let's
police
check the
officer.
back door.
He is. And see, master police officer. I just need to look at your paperwork again so we can be sure that you're right. The master, bro.
Do you have a screwdriver or
The
drill?
master police officer. It's
I have
over.
my multi-tool that has a screwdriver in it.
Yeah, it will be faster with a drill. Because that door, like I said, it's been broke, but it's just that little piece of wood is holding it.
Ma'am, you're going to need to come outside. At least open the door.
Why?
Because I'm ordering you.
You are not my authority.
If you refuse to follow that order, you will be arrested for resisting. Do you want to be arrested for resisting?
Resisting what? I have my...
They just told you. They literally just told you.
paperwork.
Resisting a lawful order.
Give me a second, I'm recording.
Go ahead and record, and then open the door.
You said you want to see the paperwork.
We need to see it personally.
See, now it's realized that there is a bit of a there's some deception at play. So now the guard is up.
Come open the door.
Adverse possession means paying the taxes on the
Yes.
home.
If you have no reason to worry, come
You
open the
tried
door.
to grab me in your assumption, sir.
Uh-oh.
We don't have a drill. We don't have a drill.
Step back. Step back. Step back from the door. Step away from the door.
Just standing there.
Step away from the door. Sir, step away. Tell
This
man
poor guy.
to step away.
Just step away just a little.
I need to see him. I filed.
Master police officer. The master police officer, bro. He just knew. God damn. Smart? Yes. Like, he's so good. Yeah. God damn.
First possession on the 20th.
Can I see that?
And then
Yes.
he gets the door. Oh boy. Dude. What a professional.
You can hold. You don't have to hold it, sir. This is the original copy.
Okay.
As you can see, this is the adverse possession.
What's
in
your
the
name?
state of Florida. Ashley.
Okay.
Now, I know what I'm doing because this is not the only property that I pay taxes on. You pay a portion of taxes for adverse possession. And you start cleaning up the home so you can take over the home. Milo, come inside now. Melody,
The
inside.
other dude, those poor little doggies. Oh no. Look at him. Oh God, I'm free. I'm free. Oh no.
Melody, inside. So no longer, this is not in your hand. This is a court civil case where we fight and we show them that we're going to be paying taxes on the home. When you pay a portion of the taxes, you go to the appraisal office and you pay a portion of the taxes on the home. This home has been sitting. That's why adverse possession exists. That's not my fault.
Just let it say everything it needs to say. Just all right, yep, right, okay, all right, now come outside, you're being arrested now. Just absolute complete professional, man.
You can't do your job, and you can't.
Be foreclosed on.
Man.
If you are a real estate agent, that means you have to sell in a limited time.
You know
Yep.
nothing about what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
Exhaust the dialogue.
$175,000 was paid for this property in January of last year at foreclosure sale.
Yeah.
That makes it legally the owner's property. It has not been abandoned. I have pictures of the property every week, date and time stamped, which will go to the court. You are wrong.
No, you are wrong.
And we are maintaining the property, all right?
Maintaining it. What's wrong with the pool and the frogs?
Yeah.
And what's wrong with
Doesn't
that?
make any difference.
That's not maintaining.
Makes no difference. The property, and we have not abandoned it.
Do we
We're
just-
here every 10 days.
10:15, let's make it.
So your criteria are wrong.
No, my criteria, sir. You cannot grab me, sir.
Oh, there it is.
I have dogs, sir. I filed.
You had dogs. You had dogs. But but the law said I could steal the house.
Please stop.
Oh yes.
My dog! Sir, can you help me? I filed adverse possession. That's my paperwork. Sir, what about my paperwork? What about my dog? What about my dog? I didn't do this.
Oh, now she's resisting. Oh. Yes.
Oh my God! I paid $4,000. Stand against the wall. Stop resisting now. I need to call the police because this is wrong. I have my paperwork. You cannot arrest me. You cannot arrest me.
Well, got one of
Why are
them.
you arresting
See
me?
that? Master police officer, bro. He's not worried about getting her against the wall. Just handcuff her, get the cuffs on her. All right, there it is.
Are you serious? Why am I
Man.
being arrested? I have rights.
I told you. Burglary,
He's
trespass.
not even stressed out. He's not even worried. He's just like, okay, well, there it is. Just another day on the job.
This is not burglary. I have the paperwork, sir. I went through the appraisal. State appraisal.
Face of a babysitter? Yeah.
Oh my God, sir.
And now you're being charged with resisting.
Sir, can I breathe, please? I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
Please.
Classic.
Give me my phone. Let me grab my phone.
You don't get your stuff now.
I have my MacBook Pro. Wait, let's go inside.
Your MacBook Pro?
We'll get everything.
I can't do this again.
Why don't you return that to the Apple Store, too?
Are you pressing charges?
Come to the bank.
I declare bankruptcy!
Are you pressing charges?
Oh, God.
Fall into the water because you won't cooperate.
What about my
You're gonna be
stuff?
What about my stuff?
What about my husband?
What about your
Stop
dog?
resisting. Stop.
Leave me alone.
The demon boys. As I said, boys, they really, like, it's crazy that, like, 500 years ago we figured this out. And, like, now we've unlearned that. And now we have to relearn it all over again. Jesus.
Sir, please.
Stop
Yeah.
getting in my face.
That's not fair because I had my paperwork.
It's not fair.
You racist.
Ah, classic.
I'm a.
I have, yeah,
I
what?
can't believe
Yeah.
You're a racist fat. I'm coming for that ass. Don't worry. I have my paperwork. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have paperwork. I had paperwork too. I had my paperwork. And I'm being arrested for what? What am I being arrested for? Burglary?
Oh, you're trying to break out of your cuffs now. So now you're going to get another charge. Up against...
This is really, honestly, this police officer needs a promotion. Now, so now you're trying to break out of your, that's another charge. Okay, all right. Yeah, you want to play this game? All right, bitch.
You're about to get tased right now.
Yes.
Siri, call the cops.
Siri, call the cops.
Siri, call the cops. Call the cops. Call the cops, Siri.
Siri. Siri, save me, Siri. Save me. Oh, God. Look at these things, bro. It's so insane. Yeah, Siri didn't even do it.
Roll over on your back. Stay right there on the ground.
Fuck you, fat fuck.
Get the f out of here. I have no respect for you, GED, you dumb loser. Adverse possession is a law, and I'm gonna sue the f out of you for what you just did. I swear to f. Get the f away from me. You ugly fat f.
She's crashing out.
You need to wait for a female.
Just throw her in the car.
I have
Do we need to wait for a few? Just throw her in the car.
coming too. I can't wait to see her. Fat.
Ladies first.
Get the f off me.
This is when I started working out again 3 weeks ago.
I'll go check.
Damn, bro, like, he was ready. He was ready to wrestle her down.
Inside with this guy.
6 and we're gonna need animal control, 2 small dogs, possibly Pomeranians.
Yeah.
All right, let's go inside.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody else in there. So
Yeah.
her husband is involved in it as well. I didn't think it was her on her own.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she's been saying, her husband. But
Why does she think she has a right to have a property when other people have to save up down pay? It's crazy.
Because she's just stupid. She just wants to have it.
just go ahead and announce yourself.
Where's the doggies? Wait, so she...
Stuff in there.
Yeah?
Paperwork.
Wait, is that Fiji water? She's living high on the hog. God damn. Oh my God.
What about this? Here's my...
But you antagonized that I would get
completely understand why they did exorcisms. I completely understand it. Our forefathers were not wrong. They were just ahead of the curve.
There's our sheet. As you can see, if you want to take a picture of this, this is a sign sheet. Look at the
They
dates
knew it,
right
man.
here.
They
We
knew
have
it.
proof.
And somewhere along the line, we forgot.
Trying to ruin my life. You see the front door. Go play with the front door right now and see if you can open it from the front.
Oh.
I just
If you hit on me, you're gonna get charged with additional.
Another charge.
Get out of me! Get out of me! Don't touch me, you piece of trash! Get the away from me! It's you!
It's not broken.
It's broken!
It's not. She's already gotten out once.
She already got out?
You can put these handcuffs behind your back.
I don't like you guys anymore. Like, I cannot. I hate you all. I hope you guys dies, and I hope your children dies. Like, I don't like you guys.
That's
I can't
fine.
wait for sovereign citizens to just come through, and like, when that war begins, I can't wait. Don't talk to me. I'm an American, and I want to be the face of that war too.
Hi, I'm Officer Espinosa with Orange County Animal Services.
That's right. Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna be taking your 2 dogs, okay?
Can you take the number? Can you take the number? Okay, bye. Bye, bitch. That's why your skin sucks.
Are you on behalf of them
Damn.
wanting to press charges for all this against her?
I'll check with the asset manager. Can I get back to you?
Well, the entire point of what we're doing is that you gave us the impression you wanted to press charges. If we're going to come back and say no, we have to let her go.
No, let's do it.
They can always change their minds and have the charges dropped later.
They
But
can,
if,
yeah.
on your, if you being the representative want to press charges on their behalf, they can change their mind. Like, otherwise, you can't say no and you can release her.
Answer the question. What do you think we should do?
I cannot give you legal advice. I mean, regardless, I'm going to arrest her for the resisting charges.
Damage?
Well, that's on you guys. That's what I'm saying. Even if you don't know there's a firm answer right now, you are the representative. You can say yes to it right now. If they change their minds, the state attorney's office will be contacting them regardless, and they will change their minds.
Okay, put your hand behind your back. Break my wrist. Stand up my hand. Break my wrist. I'm breaking my wrist. Break my arm. Break my arm. Put your hands down. Come out. Come out.
As I said, man, adult daycare. Isn't it crazy that they have to deal with these people? Like, it's astonishing that they have so much patience with these absolute fucking animals. It is. Like, I don't know why more... I'm surprised that we don't have more police brutality. I am. This is crazy. One more charge. Yep.
Let's just wait for the rap.
I said no, right? Oh, you're gonna... I said no, right? I'll follow up. What's up? I'll follow up. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me.
Come at from both sides. There you go. Oh, no.
Ma'am, you really need to stop resisting.
Yep. This is so fucking pathetic. Oh my. Oh no.
Now you have assault and battery on a police officer. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Man. What's in there?
We're good.
When you have her ankles tightened, I'll pull her over to the grass.
Yep. Yeah, pull it back. Roll on your back. Stop resisting.
Stop resisting. Oh, there it is. It's not even talking anymore. Oh, here we go. It's the burrito time.
I don't care. You're hurting me.
Uh-oh.
Get off. Get off of me. You can't do this. I'm a human.
Man. a human? True.
Just in case, let me take the helmet. I don't know how she's going to react to this one.
This suspect, Ashley, was charged with felony escape, felony resisting with violence, felony battery on a law enforcement officer, providing false identification for giving the wrong last name, threats to law
Oh my God.
enforcement, burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, felony threats to a public servant, larceny, and trespassing by
on
adverse
the
possession
same
without
day.
notice. There are no records indicating she filed any lawsuits against the involved officers
Yeah.
or property owners. Court records indicate she pleaded not guilty, bonded out, and has since stopped showing up to court, and her bond has since been forfeited. She is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Now, in Florida, it takes 7 straight years of living on a property and paying the taxes before you can even try to make that claim. And this wasn't that, not even close. You know what gets people jammed up fast? Confidence built on something they don't fully understand. Because what she's holding right there, adverse possession, that's not a free pass to take control of someone's house. So now we've got officers walking into a situation where someone truly believes they belong there, and that belief, that's what makes it harder than it looks. And she gave them a fight the entire time, and those are all delay tactics, not to win. She just wanted to avoid losing. Here's the moment I want you to really lean in on. Around the 11:47 mark, watch how she begins throwing threats around, trying to pull the officer's attention toward her voice, while at the exact same time she's working her hands slipping through those cuffs. That's attention manipulation. Get officers focused on what they hear, so they miss what they should be seeing, but it didn't work. Some people don't escalate because they're actually confused. They escalate because somewhere along the way, they decided they're not leaving no matter the cost. But keep in mind, situations like this, they never fall apart because of what someone actually knows. They fall apart because of what someone thinks they know.
God damn. Holy shit.
Court records in...
Wow. Okay, yeah, what an absolute fucking animal. That is insane. And the fact that, like, they didn't even do anything to her, right? She's like, just... Oh my God. She got away? Yeah, apparently she's out in the wild again. No, it's actually crazy that they just let these people get out. Like, I feel like after you do something like this, it stops showing up to court. I mean, how do you rack up 8 charges and then they think that it's okay for you to bond out? Like, you're obviously violent. You're obviously crazy. What are you doing? Read the comments. Let's see what the comments say. And Florida passed a law last year that allows a homeowner to evict a squatter immediately. Yeah, I remember that. And never in my life wanted to see someone get tased so badly. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Like, after seeing this go on multiple times, I really want, I think that we need more police brutality. We do. Like, I hate the fact that these people exist. I hate the fact that they're so aggressive and they act like literal children. Oh, my God. What a leech on society. Absolute disgrace. Yep, abso-fucking-lutely. The fact that Siri said no. Jesus, bro. What a fucking video. And are insane asylums not an option? They're not. And they have to bring those back. They do. In my opinion, they have to bring back insane asylums, and we could just put all these people up in it. Like, she's already basically in a straitjacket. I mean, like, that's what we've wanted all along. I feel like that's obviously the good thing to do. That's the nice way to do things. But for some reason, people don't want to do that. And I don't know why. I feel like it would just be so much better if we could just put these people in insane asylums. Wait, so you don't have them? No, we don't. We don't have them. Like, and so what happens is that we have these crazy people in the United States that just run absolutely fucking wild. They're crazy. They cause so many problems. And it's just insane. Is it wrong to fantasize about a police force in full plate armor that just stomp this behavior down with pure aura? I feel the same way, man. I do. I would love to see that happen. And again, W video, more like these. I love these videos. Let me look at you guys. Midwest safety. Holy fuck, man. And yeah, and then also that it was racist. Is it true that Americans are on the street boycotting Trump? There's some of them, yeah. That was yesterday, though. Now they had to, I guess maybe they have to go back to work. I'm not sure. And someone who willingly projects their delusion upon others like this are crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, really, like, as I said, you gotta catch them all, right? Gotta catch them all. And that's it.
new driving.
Mainstream media was just caught refusing to cover a massive protest in Washington, D.C. today, despite the fact that they spent yesterday giving wall-to-wall coverage to the ever-shrinking No Kings protest. Let's play this clip for you, and it'll be really clear why the media is trying to shove this under the rug. So earlier today, tens of thousands of proud Iranian Americans gathered at the National Mall. But it wasn't just the National Mall. They actually marched through the streets of Washington, D.C., even passing by the Treasury Department. And someone actually took an 11-minute video, and I clipped some of my favorite moments from that video. And even at the end of the 11 minutes, the crowd goes on as far as the eye can see. So this is just a fraction of the crowd that was in D.C. earlier today. Take a look. Just absolutely incredible sights. And of course, the mainstream media is refusing to cover this because it goes against everything that they've been trying to push. Oh, President Trump is a racist. The only people who support him are white racists, white supremacists. Yet here you have Iranian Americans, Persians, proud of their home country, and they're saying, thank you, Trump. They're chanting USA. And just look at the actual diversity here. Here you have more American flags at a pro-Iranian, a pro-regime change rally than you had at all of the No Kings protests yesterday. Doesn't that say something? Just think about it. The No Kings protests are supposedly about protecting democracy, protecting the United States of America, protecting our republic, yet we saw more American flags today at this one pro-Iranian regime change rally than we did at all of the No Kings protests yesterday combined. By the way, there were over 3,000 of those protests. And on top of that, here we have, again, actual diversity. You had American flags, Iranian flags, the real Iranian flag at that, as well as Israeli flags. Everyone is coexisting, everyone was peaceful, and I don't know about you, but to me, everyone here was actually happy, joyful. There was a spirit of, just the vibes. We talked about how 24 was a vibes-based election. Here, the vibes are a lot more positive, a lot more energetic compared to the hateful and the negative and just the dreary No Kings protest. Now, I know a lot of people out there are going to be saying, well, Daniel, did that actually happen in Washington, D.C. today? Are you sure that that footage isn't from another day or another city? Well, actually, there was one mainstream outlet that covered this, but they buried the lead. This is from NPR. This is how they chose to cover it. Understanding why some Iranian Americans support the war on their country of origin. Seriously, that is the headline. They could have covered this rally, this protest, any other way, but that was the spin that NPR chose to put on this. Now, let's take a closer look. This date, March 29, so it was today, published at 5:23 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, they buried the lead here. Protesters from the Iranian diaspora in the United States gathered in Washington, D.C. as the war in the Middle East broadens. Many say they are aligned with the U.S. and Israel and explain why they want to see regime change in Tehran. Had this been any other cause, had this been any other protest, such as the No Kings protest, they would have led with the number. They would have led with streets crowded, streets flooded, thousands of protesters. Yet here, they don't cover that in their headline. They know this. They know that most people don't take the time to click on an article and actually read it. They know that most people get their news based on the headline, based on the preview when it shows up on Facebook or whatever social media site you're on. So this is definitely that's happening on the right side of the aisle here. Now, what's really interesting about all of this is Washington, D.C., the establishment, the ex-protesters, all of these actual Persians, Iranian Americans, they are rallying around the exiled crown prince. Just take a look at these chants in front of the National Mall.
The Islamic regime has got to go! Say his name, Reza Pahlavi! Say his name! Reza Pahlavi! Say his name! Reza Pahlavi! Democracy for Iran! Human rights for Iran! Human rights for Iran!
Now, obviously, Iranians here in America, they don't necessarily speak for the people still living in Iran, but I imagine they still have family connections. And so it's just interesting. We'll see how the power dynamics, the power vacuum ends up playing out. But it's clear that Reza Pahlavi does have a lot of support here in the States, and this was really clear at CPAC. So you might not have heard a lot about CPAC this year. Usually CPAC is just a huge event, huge speakers. President Trump has gone many, many times before, but this year President Trump actually didn't show up. And there was a lot of chatter about attendance being down at CPAC. A lot of leftists and liberals were making fun at the empty seats, but it was really astonishing to me that at CPAC, one of the largest crowds, if not the largest crowds, was actually for Reza Pahlavi, the exiled Iranian crown prince. And just take a look at the reception he got at CPAC. Now, isn't that interesting? CPAC, if you're not familiar, stands for the Conservative Political Action Committee. I was told by the media, I was told by the Democrats that, oh, Republicans, conservatives, they're all racist. They're all white supremacists. Yet here they are standing up cheering. It was a packed room for the exiled crown prince, Reza Pahlavi. You saw it right there. Compare that to one of the other speakers immediately right after him. Here you can see someone is on stage and the seats, empty rows. That's why the media, the Democrats, were making fun of CPAC this year. Oh, it was low energy, it was depressed turnout, no one showed up. But they went to the wrong events. We saw a huge turnout for Reza Pahlavi, also Benny Johnson. There were several speakers who were able to pack out that room, but it's really difficult, of course, to pack out the room every single speaker because they also have smaller rooms, smaller breakout sessions, and different panels happening at the same time. So it's just something that the media, they don't give context to what they cover here. But again, it's really interesting because we're being told, we're being spoon-fed this narrative that what's happening in Iran is super unpopular. Oh, just look at the polling. No one supports this. Even conservatives in MAGA, they're turning on President Trump. Yet here you see at CPAC, there was huge ovation, just a ton of energy around the exiled crown prince. Now, riddle me this. If what's happening in the Middle East, if what's happening in Iran is so unpopular, even among traditional Republicans, then why was there that sort of reaction, that sort of reception at CPAC? Seriously, CPAC is the grassroots. CPAC is supposedly where the energy, where the base is. And we saw the most energy for Reza Pahlavi. Of course, we shouldn't be surprised that the mainstream media is refusing to cover this because it totally goes against what they've been trying to push on us the last few weeks. It completely debunks the narrative that they've been trying to spin up and gin up. But what's really alarming is where the Democrats are right now. So Don Lemon appeared on Gavin Newsom's show, and he actually said the quiet word out loud of what the Democrats believe. He believes that the United States is actually no better than Iran. Yeah, that's what he said. And what's even more alarming than him actually saying that out loud is Gavin Newsom sitting there, slightly smiling and nodding. And this guy wants to run for president.
Otherwise, we're no better than a country that we're at war with right now. And we're saying, you know, that Iran shoots protesters. Well, so do we. And you know, we're over there because Iran, you know, jails reporters or, you know, doesn't have free speech. And that makes us no better than them if we are acting and doing the very same things that they're doing. Then what sort of moral authority do we have to be able to be there and, you know, in a war and quite frankly killing people?
So he's clearly alluding to what happened in Minneapolis. But Renee Good was attempting to run over an ICE officer. Had that road not been icy, had it not been slick, she actually would have probably ran him over completely, his body completely beneath her car. He obviously was hit, and that's why he ended up shooting at her. And Alex Preddy, look, I made my thoughts known about what happened at that time, but it's really clear he was doing stupid things. He was trying to agitate, he was getting in their way, and so what happened in those two instances is you had people, you had rioters, you had activists interfering with law enforcement. Compare that to Iran, where 41,000 Iranians were gunned down in the streets for simply exercising free speech, for simply protesting. These are not the same thing. These are not equatable. So for Don Lemon to say that the United States shoots down protesters the same way that Iran shot down 41,000, it's just absolutely sick. And for Gavin Newsom to not push back, for him to just sit there is absolutely disgusting. I think it disqualifies him from being president of the United States. If that's what you actually think about the country, go back, sit down, go back to school, learn your history, learn about what's actually going on. It's really gross. And for Don Lemon to say, well, they jailed protesters over in Iran and we're no better, we're doing the same thing over here. Don Lemon, are you in jail? No, you're not in jail. Guess what? You were being investigated for breaking the law in Minneapolis, or potentially breaking the law, crossing state lines. You knew what was going to happen. I mean, this case obviously is going to be tried, it's going to be adjudicated and whatnot, but for him to say that he's currently in jail, being tortured, that's what happens to reporters in Iran. That's what actually happens in these terrorist regimes. Come on, Don Lemon. You can't possibly think that the rest of us are that stupid. Now, speaking of stupid, there was this feminist liberal who decided to counter-protest the pro-Trump, pro-Iranian regime change rally in Washington, D.C., and boy, oh boy, she got an earful from an actual Iranian American. But before we get to that, I would like to acknowledge the members of today's Governor's Club. They are Steve Muzina, RL1401, Bob, that was very generous. Thank you so much. And Bob Paul, these are people who give tips and super thanks to the channel. I am so glad that you enjoy, and I'm glad that you're here. Well, Come on. Feminist liberal attempting to school Iranians on what's going on. You can't make this up.
She's right. Iranians are asking for the bomb. Oh, no, they are. I'm a journalist. I'm in contact with Iranian youth who are asking to be bombed. And you are standing here supporting a terrorist regime. What are you doing supporting a terrorist regime? Why are you supporting a terrorist regime? I understand bombing is bad. Convince me of what? Afraid of women not having no rights? I'm Iranian. I've been imprisoned by that regime. This has got nothing to do with Palestine. This is about a terrorist regime in my country. I can't even go to see my father's grave. I'm left as a refugee. We should think about it.
Really interesting, too, that this is happening in Washington, D.C., yet at the very bottom of the poster she's holding up, stopwar.org, .uk or whatever it was, a UK website. How, is money coming from a United Kingdom organization to the States? Is this dark money? What is going on there? It just makes no sense. So here you saw all these clips from Washington, D.C. today. saw them shouting, "Thank you, Trump," USA, pro raise up lobby slogans. You saw that high energy. So let's compare it to the No Kings protest in Washington, D.C. yesterday. And you tell me down in the comments below, which one looked like it had more energy? Which one looked like it had all the momentum and that it was more positive and more excited than the other protest? Trust me, you'll want to check it out. I mean, the Democrats, they're trying to spin it, right? Oh, it doesn't matter the density of these protests. It doesn't matter that they're not as popular as they used to be. What really matters is the spread. What really matters is the total number of protests. Yet here yesterday, we had one singular protest. They made their voices heard on the National Mall. They passed by the Treasury Department. I guarantee that President Trump has heard about this. There's no way he hasn't. And so I think they made their voices heard. They made it loud. They made it clear. And to me, I mean, I don't know about you, but watching that clip earlier where they're chanting USA, thank you, Trump, I mean, it just made me proud to be an American. We've seen so much over the years, whether it's the Iraq War, Afghanistan. Who would have ever thought that people from the Middle East would be so proud to be American, would be thanking an American president for doing what he's doing in the Middle East? It just really is something to behold. As always, though, all of this is just my analysis and commentary. That's what's happening in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So what do you think? Which protest had the most energy? Which one looks like it has all the momentum? Obviously, I'm biased, and I think it's what happened today, the pro-Iranian protest or pro-Iranian regime change. But if you see it differently, if I'm delusional, let me know. You can call me out in the comments down below. I won't be offended. So yeah, let me know. Which one had the most momentum, most excitement? If you haven't already, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you and the algorithm. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and check out one of these videos.
Okay. There's a guy out here that's saying he's 90 days sober, trying to ask for money. I don't know, man. I'm happy that he's 90 days sober, but I don't know, man. I don't have any money to give to him, though. Same, buddy.
So let's talk about some domestic stuff right now. We have all been pretty much keeping up with what's going on foreign-wise, Strait of Hormuz, Iran. But something bigger is happening in the United States of America that I want to get back to, and the state of Texas, where I now reside. So we got huge reports coming from Trump. So this is coming from the Gateway Pundit. Trump expected to endorse Ken Paxton in Texas Senate runoff against Rhino John Cornyn. It looks like your guys' voices have been heard by President Trump. And after a strong showing of support, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton at the CPAC conference in Dallas, Texas this week, it is expected that Trump may finally make an endorsement in the Texas Republican Senate primary runoff between Paxton and Rhino incumbent John Cornyn. I like how they wrote Rhino incumbent here, because this is going to take a very interesting turn. You'll know why. Because John Thune, the leader of the Republican Party, aside from Trump, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, decided to go on Fox News and give us a surprise. He wanted to give us a surprise. He basically wanted to say that, remember how he said about the SAVE Act? He was like, the SAVE Act is an influencer campaign only. It's not really real. And Trump went off on John Thune. John Thune was also caught on the airport leaving without pretty much pushing for the SAVE Act. And, you know, the senators and congressmen, the whole entire chambers, they just all go on like some type of vacation without doing the job that the American people have been voting for. Sometimes I try not to drink the red pill. I really try. I drank the red pill. I try not to drink the black pill. The black pill, which is like the less optimistic, more like Congress sucks and everybody sucks and nobody's going to do anything about it. I'm trying not to drink that pill. You'll know why I'm saying it. So here we go. So we got a game of tug of war between Leader John Thune, because he just made a huge announcement as to who he's backing in this race, and it's not Ken Paxton. Take a listen.
Which I know you're watching very closely, because it's one of the early sort of tests before we get into the full midterm season. Here's what President Trump just said moments ago on Truth Social. He is essentially calling upon one of them. He said, I will be making my endorsement soon in the Texas Senate race. So just to remind everyone, this is John Cornyn and Ken Paxton who are going up against each other in this race. So the president is going to endorse soon, and he will be asking the candidate that I don't endorse to immediately drop out of this race in capital letters. Your reaction to that, Senator?
I've spoken with the president already today about Texas, and I'm certainly hopeful. I think, as probably you know, Martha, made no secret of the fact that I hope the president will endorse John Cornyn. He is an incredibly effective senator for the state of Texas, a strong conservative voice here in the United States Senate.
So, there you have it. John Thune said he spoke to the president, but now, after the CPAC conference in Dallas, it's, pretty much coming into fruition that the president now knows what's going on. The American people do not want even John Thune, right? Because we got to talk about John Thune as well. But John Thune comes out in support of course, John Cornyn, Rhino endorsing another Rhino. You guys, question that everyone is asking, because if you have the Senate Majority Leader coming out, John Thune, and he's saying that time to endorse John Cornyn, Attorney General Campaign. Well, that changes things, right? Because once Trump comes out and endorses, you think John Cornyn is actually, as an incumbent, you think he's going to drop? You think he's going to go all the way to the runoff, which is supposed to be happening soon? So let's actually go to what happened at CPAC, because this also has to do with the SAVE Act. Everyone has been noticing that when it comes to the SAVE Act, again, John Thune doesn't seem to be as enthusiastic. He seems to be one foot in and another foot out. So here is the endorsement officially happening at CPAC for the Attorney General Ken Paxton.
I want to thank all of you for that endorsement, because that's really what it's all about. It's about the people of Texas. Texas wanting somebody that's going to represent them. And I think it's indicative of the problem with John Cornyn that he wouldn't come to what I think is the largest grassroots event the last year in Texas, and he wouldn't even show up. That's the first problem. And I think you can see the second problem occurred just in the last week or so, when it actually just happened, they left for recess without passing the Save America Act or funding Border Patrol or ICE. That's indicative of the entire problem. So, look, we can win this race. I need your help. I need you all telling every friend you've got, every family member. May 18th through the 22nd is early voting. May 26th is the vote. Get your friends out. I believe this audience can make the difference. So I'm asking for your support. Let's get rid of the guy that represents Washington, and let's put somebody in that represents Texas. God bless and thank you.
So again, John Cornyn did not show up to Dallas for this event. Now, the reason why this is such an important race is because this person, whoever Trump endorses, and let's say whoever wins the runoff, because once Trump endorses Ken Paxton, I just don't think John Cornyn is going to drop out so easily, especially with the endorsements of someone like John Thune, the Senate Majority Leader. So again, you have a whole bunch of rhinos endorsing rhinos, and then you have a whole bunch of people who want Ken Paxton from that wing. So again, when it comes to the SAVE Act, you realize that that's something that Ken Paxton is talking about. He's talking about it. These guys are all having a good old time. I mean, can we actually, you want to see some pictures of this? Let's actually take some pictures of it. If anything, we actually saw, who did we see? Because TMZ was taking a whole bunch of pictures of a bunch of people. Oh yeah, this is Lindsey Graham in Disneyland. Disney Graham. Disney Graham. That's a good one. Let's actually search up John Thune. So John Thune was actually seen also, again, doing the racist thing where he's going to, take a vacation. And I think this is what went viral. Yeah, what went viral here was that is John Thune. So Senator John Thune ripped for leaving D.C. with his private escort through the airport for recess without the Save America Act being passed. And I think Randy Fine was coming at him. He said, looks like leader John Thune is on his way out of town with his private escort as Save America Act gets left behind. This is very disappointing. I am willing to stay in Washington as long as it takes to get the job done. Again, this is a 5-second clip. TMZ was gathering pictures of all the senators, congressmen, and everybody going on these vacations, while again chaos just erupts for TSA, for the SAFE Act, and everything else.
Sam
so
Pepper.
Again, right now, let's actually read. So the two contenders advanced to a May 26 runoff, which is what Trump was talking about. He wants to get rid of. Oh no! What did I do here? What did I do here? Okay. He wants to get rid of that whole like fiasco of like, having the runoff and just endorse somebody. Whoever he endorses, the opposite drops out. We already spoke about that. However, Paxton declared that he would not drop out of the race even if Trump endorsed Cornyn, saying Cornyn has not represented the people of Texas well. I'm staying in this race, says Ken Paxton. I owe it to the people of Texas. And that's why he showed up. And of course, to CPAC. So again, it looks like Trump will endorse Ken Paxton. Right? So let's actually read some more here. Let me make sure that I get it. Again, Paxton is the clear MAGA favorite, while Cornyn, backed by the Rhino establishment, is depending on a Trump endorsement to have a shot. Two contenders advanced to the May 26 runoff, with each received roughly over 40% of the vote. So nobody got over 50+%. Let's actually go look at this real quick because we got to look at the odds. So ever since this announcement came about, it looks like if they do have betting markets are priced.
All right, I'll be back. Alright, just got another large drink here.
It looks like if they do have the runoff, or at this point, you know, the betting markets are pricing in that the Texas Republican Senate nominee will be Ken Paxton. It will be Ken Paxton. And he is at 65%, guys. 65%, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That is after, again, the article came out. Now, last clip I want to show you guys is of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, I saw this clip because I searched up John Cornyn on X. When I searched him up, I saw this clip of Charlie Kirk beating Ken Paxton in the GOP Senate race in Texas. Not really right now, but I guess this is when the post came out. But there's something I want to show you guys to close out this video. Take a listen to Charlie Kirk.
It is simply and purely shocking. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about his voters. Any decent person that gets booed by their voters, any decent person that all of a sudden gets rebuked by the very people that gave them political power would stop and say, maybe I'm heading in the wrong direction. And they'd back off. Instead, John Cornyn gets in front of the entire Texas Republican convention and gets booed. And then he goes back to D.C. and says, I'm going to show those people. I'm going to show the deplorables. I'm in charge, not you. I'm the senator, not you. I'm in charge. I have never, in my 10 years of doing this, seen such an intentional, brazen, and defiant mode of action as what I have just seen from John Cornyn. I'm not saying that it's the worst vote I've ever seen. That's not the point. The point I'm making is I have never seen in my 10 years of doing this someone so openly rebuked by their voters and then so quickly turning 180 degrees around and saying, I don't care.
Yes, when basically Charlie Kirk was talking about, at the time, about who is America first versus who is not America first. And he was just basically saying, look, if you're getting rebuked by your voters, then you turn around and act like you don't care. That is something that needs to be looked at prominently. Another thing about Ken Paxton is Ken Paxton spoke, you know, he did make a huge announcement, and I'll close out with this. I told you guys I was going to close out this video, but there's just so much to talk about here when it comes to Ken Paxton. Something that he did that was huge, I actually reported on the story, is that, you know, he's actually one of the people that's actually, you know, because he is the Attorney General, he's got his eye on this stuff. When it comes to Epic City, right? Remember? Islam trying to create a Islamic center. And he basically went after that and pretty much got them to stop developing this, which was actually, it was Sharia City. But he also went after Epic City, which was also, again, but you guys get the point. Epic City, Islamic Center, Sharia City, same kind of concept, different investors. Some of them had to do with Dubai as a whole. So he basically went after that. So that's something else that a lot of people have been applauding. It's like, this guy is moving in the direction of, like, you know, Christianity must be held, you know, Islam being Islam. And so he is challenging that idea, right? Before, you know, people on the news, Islamophobia. No, we're just going to challenge it, and I think we should just have more debates publicly about why Sharia or why Islam is not compatible with Christianity, or Christianity not compatible with any other religion at this point. In my opinion, Christ is king, and we should 100% be pushing for that. Anyways, so something else I want to talk about is I want to apologize to people. I put an ad on my last video. As you guys know, I'm a huge Bitcoiner. I have a Bitcoin hat right now. That doesn't prove that I'm a Bitcoiner, but I always say that I am a Bitcoiner. I think it's a great opportunity. I believe in its future. I love its scarcity. I love its story. I'm anti-super money printing and being indebted. So, you know, when it comes to Bitcoin, I decided to work with a company called Block Trust, which I'll probably going to continue to work with them. But I do want to apologize for putting it in the middle of the video. There was a lot of people that did not. They were like, oh, you don't really believe in this. You'll do anything for a buck. No, I actually believe in Bitcoin. I have a Bitcoin City thing. And I know there's some people that are not, they don't even know what Bitcoin is. They think Bitcoin's a scam, or they think Bitcoin's bad, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. And look, Trump talks about Bitcoin all the time. I talk about Bitcoin all the time. I decided to do an ad about it. Work with a company that does something about it, because I am literally all in on Bitcoin. My whole entire life savings on that. It's so hard for people to even believe that, because of where Bitcoin has headed. It's in a bear market, but I do believe in its longevity of 5, 10, 15 years down the line. So if I put that in the middle and it threw you off, I want to apologize about that, but I don't want to apologize, obviously, for my belief system. The ad later on. All right, I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this version of the news, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, man. Thank you, Lou.